what? Hey guys, what's up? My name is Jess and welcome to my channel and today's video. So if you guys are new here, welcome. My name's Jess. I'm a professional performer in Orlando. I work at Disney, Universal. I have a lot of jobs and I love theater. So yeah, let's just hop into what this video is going to be today. So I've gotten a ton of questions from you guys about kind of transitioning from community theater to professional theater, as that is something that I have done and have experience with. So today's video I thought would just be a little bit of like information that I have gathered in my time from going from community theater to professional theaters and like what I've done to kind of be able to do that and be able to like get paid for what I love, which is kind of like, you know, the dream job basically. So I have listed out some things on my phone that I will be detailing for you today. But yeah, let's just get started. So my first tip in transitioning from community to professional is to go get education. And in that I mean like basically I went and I got a BFA in musical theater. While that might be a little drastic for some of you guys, if you don't want to do the college route or you majored in something else or something along those lines, there are definitely different options. But for my personal experience, I definitely know that I gained a lot from getting my BFA. I went to UCF, the University of Central Florida, which is basically right down the road and in Orlando. So it set me up for a lot of success networking in the Orlando theme park area and stuff like that. But really not most schools, but a lot of different schools do offer BFAs in musical theater or theater studies. I also ended up getting a music minor, which has helped a lot like in my personal life, I feel like. So if you can, and if this is something that you're super serious about, definitely consider going for a degree in theater. It's also not super necessary though, because you don't need a degree to do the job. So as long as you can get the training, that's basically what you need anyways, which is why I went. I didn't go for the degree, I went for the training. So if you're not wanting to take the university route or things like that, you can always start up with dance lessons and vocal lessons and acting classes. There are just so many resources available. And I will admit that theater is one of those things where you do need to have some source of income or some type of financial thing to be able to, I don't want to say progress because that sounds really bad, but like lessons cost money and classes cost money, which is why I wasn't able to start kind of pursuing it professionally until I got to college, because a lot of my college was covered under scholarships and all of the things like that and loans. So like singing lessons were never a thing that I did until I got to college, and I did acting through my school classes, like at my high school, my public school, and through community theater. So I went a route that was very financially, I guess, budgeted. So I think that it definitely is a thing that is possible, but theater can also be very expensive. Dance classes can be very expensive. So if this is something that you're really wanting to take seriously, definitely budgeting your money to be able to learn is, I think, really smart. But there are ways to do it for cheaper. But just keep that in mind, that it sometimes can be a little expensive to learn, which kind of sucks, to be honest. My next tip is to have a high quality resume and headshot. Headshots can be another one of those super expensive things. I don't even want to say how much my headshots were, but I do want to say how important it has been in my career. A good headshot will set you apart from all of the people that are kind of more, I don't want to say amateurs, because again, that sounds really bad, but the people that just do community theater and are like want to stay in community theater will not spend a bunch of money on headshots. So the people that want to be taken professionally will, and while I don't think that's the best like thing, like it kind of sucks to have to pay all this money for a headshot, it is super helpful. And again, I do think you can get them cheaper and still look nice. I know I take headshots for my friends and I try to make them look as professional as possible. So there are ways to get around it. I do believe I've made a video about this. If I can find it, I'll link it. If not, just go look back about how to make headshots kind of cheaper. But it's possible to get a nice headshot, but I personally have spent a lot of money on headshots. So that and organizing your resume to make it look like really clean is super important, because that again will set you apart. Another thing that will help the transition is if you have a lot of credits from high quality community theaters. There's a bunch in Orlando that are just really well known for the production quality. A lot of them are also equity houses, and that, well, not equity houses per se, but they will give out equity contracts. Let me rephrase. So they will hire in professional equity people that are under equity that are professionals, because that's kind of what that means, not really. Anyway, so there's a lot of community theaters that will hire in equity people to come in. So not only will you get an experience working for a really nice community theater that may not pay, they might give a stipend, so that's another thing, but you can also work with these professionals in that type of setting. And if it's a really good community theater that has a lot of good credits, but like doesn't technically pay their actors, but is still well known in the community, like that's also a good thing. I know I've worked for a couple theaters in Orlando that didn't pay, or they just gave a stipend for like like travel and things, but because they're well known in the community, been able to make connections with the directors there who might know some professional directors, because literally everybody in every town knows each other. It's insane, but it's a thing. It's definitely helped me a lot by being able to make connections and say that, oh, I did a show there once, like that was cool, like, oh, did you see it? Oh, lit. That's not exactly how the conversation went, but basically. So another thing with working at community theaters in like preparation to work at a professional theater is you can build your lead credits, which will look really nice on a resume, as well as if you're like an ensemble based like dancer singer person type deal, you know, not me. It also is really nice to just bump up your resume with how many things that you've done. I also recommend if you are an ensemble type person, like that's what you like doing, try and pick up as many swing tracks as you can at community theaters, because that's gonna look really, really nice when you go to professional. So work community theaters, they're great, they're awesome, and honestly, they're so much fun. I am auditioning for more in the upcoming week, so stay tuned. We'll see if that happens. So one of the cool things about community theaters that pay a stipend is if you are being paid for your work, it is technically professional. There are some people that will argue with this and that you have to sign a contract and things, so kind of take it as you will, but if you are being paid for your work, it's technically professional. So if you can go to community theater and you're getting paid a stipend for travel, or you're getting paid a certain amount per show, like just even a small amount, you can list that as professional. So even if it might not be like under an equity contract or at an equity house or something like bigger like that, you can still list it as professional and it will still like be true, like you're not lying on your resume if you list it as professional, which is something that I have done, not lied on my resume, but listed like a stipend work as that. As of right now, I think I took it off because I've had more professional work, so I didn't need to list that community professional credit under there. But if you're just starting out and you're being paid for a job, that is professional. So go ahead and list it. Also, if you guys have fringe festivals in your cities, I participated in the Tampa Fringe Festival, as well as I haven't been in the Orlando Fringe Festival, but that is a thing. Those are also professional because did I say professional? How many times have I said that? But you are able to list those because they do pay a stipend usually, and they do pay per show, or they pay like some amount. So you can list that as professional. So that will add your credits to that part of your resume. Last but not least, my biggest tip, which kind of sucks because you have to fork over more money, and I know because I like literally just did it. Create a website for yourself. This is not sponsored with Wix or Squarespace or anything like that, but I do use Wix as the host for my website. Go check it out. www.jessicamedley.com is my website, and it is purely a professional resource of just kind of things that I've done, my headshots, promo photos for shows, what I'm doing next, links to videos and links to my YouTube channel, and it is just a really nice thing to have if you're trying to go into the professional space. Like for example, when I write emails to people, or I'm writing to like a casting director or something like that, I will always include my website. Like I'll do like a little thing underneath, warm regards, Jessica Medley, and then I'll have my name, my website link, and then my email. It's not telling them to go to it, but it just looks so professional and so nice. And it's a resource where people can go and look at all of your stuff, and it's like right there. Sometimes, not happened to me yet, we're waiting for it. People could even call you in for like an automatic callback from that because they just see all your materials there. So creating a website I think is super important if this is something that you're really wanting to do. Again, I am a professional in this field, kind of ish. I'm not even an adult. I don't know what I'm doing, but I try to maintain a very professional persona. So I do have a website, and it was something that I had to create in college. So that's why I have it, but it is an investment. Websites can be like really expensive, and it's like not fun to pay for them. I literally just paid for mine again. I had to like renew it, and that sucked, but it's just a really nice thing. So also, if you haven't checked out my website, I'd love some traffic. Again, jessicamedley.com. Go help a girl out. And I lied, I have one more tip, and that is to start small. If you are just coming into theater and you've not even done community theater or anything like that, and you just kind of want to be able to make money and do what you love, which is something that I am currently being so blessed with, in that I adore my jobs and I get to go perform for a living. Like that's just the coolest thing ever, and it's something that I've always wanted to do. But if this is something that you're wanting to do, start small. Start with community theaters. If you're still in high school or even lower than that, start with your high school theaters and build your resume through that, because the thing that most theaters look at, aside from the talent that you present in the room, is your experience. So just try and get as much experience as possible, no matter where it is, and yeah, just build from there, and it will go right if you put in the work and the time and the effort. Things will happen. If I'm saying that they will happen because it happened for me. So yeah. I don't know how to end this video. If you guys are not already, hit the subscribe button below because it helps me out so much. I'd love to create more future videos involving theater and things like that, because that's what I do. And I love watching like theater related videos. I like recently discovered Carrie Hope Fletcher, and I'm obsessed with her. And she's basically what I want to be when I grow up. So I want to be like that. And I know a lot of my subscribers here are like theater people, so we have a little community. I love it. We stand. Also, if you guys are not following me on Instagram, I post there way more often than I post on YouTube, which I'm trying to change because I want to create more videos for you guys, but it's hard. A video's a long thing. A picture on Instagram is easy. So go follow me on Instagram at Jessica Medley and go check out my website, jessicamedley.com. Just sliding that promo in there. Okay, I will talk to you guys in my next video, but for now, see you later. I literally have no idea how to end these, so here's my hand. Bye!